Waiting for the hater comments to begin because I got a 300. But something about that you got to understand. It's not like this was my first bike and, oh, you made a horrible choice, you got a 300 as a starter bike. I've been riding for about 10 years. So it's not really a starter bike anymore. I'm just a vagina. Now, I've had bigger bikes though, so don't let me fool you. I mean, and I'm all about getting a bigger bike. In fact, that was my goal. I wanted a 1K, but the problem is my credit doesn't want a 1K, and I screwed up a lot in my past. And so I was told, you know, you're going to have to finance something cheap until that builds your credit. And so I've got a lot of things revolving my credit right now. I'm trying to really amp it up. By 2018, if I wanted to finance an H2R, I probably could. Am I going to? Hell no. But I could. So it's one thing to always keep in mind is your credit is the most important thing that you own. And my grandmother worked for a bank, and she would tell me that every day. And, you know, like any other kid that doesn't want to listen to their family, parents, etc., I was like, yeah, I'm just going to fuck my credit all up. And I did. I'm exploring the new roads. I've never been out this way, so I figured see what kind of the area I live in has to offer. And, yeah, I know it's really pretty out here. But, so yeah, I got an R3, and I'm going to do a lot of things to this R3. I'm going to make the best out of being slow. Whatever I can do to make me have more fun going slower, I absolutely will do it. I plan to go to track day. Now, we're going to go to a track day, but I'm going to make sure that I get some better tires before then, because I personally do not like these Michelin Pilots. That's just my opinion. Not everybody will agree, but I don't like the Michelin Pilots. So that's just kind of, it is what it is. Wow, van, come on now. Thank you. Thank you. Sweet. Oh, I'm in a really high gear. The bike doesn't even want to go. Oh. I don't know if cops are bad out here. Like I said, I've never really been out here that much. I know there's not much out here. It's just homes, but have to just wait and see. But yeah, so I'm on this R3, and I've got to say that I really do like it. At first, I was, you know, not as thrilled. I was like, you know, I'm back on another 300. Because, all right, so I started on a Ninja 250, and I got a Ninja 300. And I've had a couple 600s for a very short period of time between that. And then I had the CB750 for like, you know, 5-6 months. And then now I'm back on a 300. And at first I was a little like, oh man, because all my friends are riding 750s and 1000s. And then I was like, you know what? This is a challenge. This is a challenge for me. Now my goal is to get good enough in the corners that I can hang with them and not get left. Obviously, in a straight line, there's nothing I can do. This bike just simply is not a 750, 600, or 1000, any of those. But in the corners, I just got to become a more skilled driver. And so that's what I'm going to spend my summer doing, is just to get as efficient as I can on operating this thing. And then when I step into a bigger bike, I feel like I'll be a little bit maybe better for riding for it. Because when I had my other 300s, I didn't really care. I just rode. I didn't really pay attention, you know, what I was doing. I didn't care about dragging knees, any of that crap. So now I've got a little bit of a goal. All right, so I forgot that I was not using my Session 5 because I found out the reason that it wasn't recording my audio is something's up with the Session 5, and once wind actually starts hitting it, it does not actually connect the mic, and then doesn't record the audio. So I'm back with the Hero 3 Plus for all my moto vlogging needs. I completely lost track of what I was talking about. So the reason I brought up that I'm back on my old camera is I forgot to switch out the SD card. So I was in the middle of a nice, beautiful road. And when I went to go click record, it just does the little GoPro beep like it's not recording. And so finally I pull off and look at it and it says full, and I was like, oh man, I switched my 64 gig SD card to the Session 5, and yeah, so I had like a 7 gig in this one, so I got like a few videos recorded and then the memory was like immediately full, so that kind of sucked. To get some better riding gear, because right now what I'm wearing, if I actually went down, I think I would be pretty much screwed, to put it nicely. And yeah, I don't want to take huge risks like that. I'd like to be fully equipped with what I need to wear to do things like twisties safely. We are going to start going to track day as well. There's a track around here that has days where they just do motorcycles, and I think that would be an amazing experience, and an amazing experience to take you guys along with me to, because I just think that would be really fun. But yeah, still on this R3, man, and I've got to say, like, comparing it to the Ninja 300, the Ninja 300 did feel more powerful. I will give the Ninja 300 that, but this handles more like a bike that I would feel better taking up into curvy mountain roads, things like that. The Ninja 300 didn't feel bad, but at the end of the day, something just felt kind of bland about it. I mean, as bland as a 300 can get. I mean, it's just a 300, but it just, something about it didn't give it quite that spirit feeling riding. I don't know what I'm saying, I'm just rambling, but it didn't give it that great feeling like this one does whenever I'm trying to take it around corners. This one I feel a little bit more trust in it. Something that is notably different between this and like the Ninja 300 is the gas tank is definitely smaller. They don't try to hide that. I mean the facts are on the specs, but it's noticeable. And I had a full tank when I got this thing. I've drove it a little bit and I'm already needing gas again. Not that gas is going to cost you too much, because it's still a sipper, but it definitely, normally I'd still be sitting at like a half a tank right now, maybe more. Beautiful riding roads out here though. Like, I could do this every day this summer and I'd be so content. I wish I could just not have to work. That would be so beautiful. Just this be my life. I love this. It's just such a therapeutic thing. Whenever I'm stressed, man, I could just get on this thing, take some back roads. And I mean, it's not even necessarily the R3 itself as much as just on a motorcycle in general, get on some back roads and I'm stupid fucking happy. And I love that. Oh, I guess I'm gonna get on the interstate. It's actually, I was expecting this to be so much worse than it really is on the interstate. It hasn't been that bad. I took it earlier today and it does what I need it to do. Ridiculously high RPMs, but it's going just fine. I've definitely been impressed with this little motorcycle. I mean, much more than I expected to be. At first I thought, you know, this wouldn't really be able to handle the kind of things that I need to do daily, and it has definitely proven me wrong. More so than the 300 did. And not that 300's a bad bike, just this feels completely different. It's still in the small cc category, but it definitely feels better. And maybe I'm just being subjective because I was riding an old crappy broke down motorcycle and now I'm on this, but I'm not sure how much gas this thing actually takes, but I don't want to hit the limit on my card. Are you for real right now? What the crap? Dude, this bike can only fit like $6 in it. No wonder why the fuel burn out so fast. Wow, that was $5. Not even. Well then,